And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. It is day number 2. Day number 9, actually. Part number 2. Sorry for that. So, beautiful, interesting duels are ahead of us. For example, England versus South Korea. And this is an interesting duel because England is on place number 18 while South Korea is on place number 3. And I am always happy when there's a team facing one strong team facing a super weak team, because if it turns out that the weak team is winning, that's always a big surprise. Not many clashes here, and South Korea is absolutely dominating the game so far. 5 victories, while England has 7 losses and 1 victory. Let's see how this turns out. Okay, not so good, because the Voodoo Priestess just has no chance against the Necromancer. But the White Dragon wins against the Water Elemental. And we have the Bambi losing against the Harpy. South Korea going on strong, but not strong enough. Melody tries to seek out more non-elemental cards, not the Ogre Mage. And there's one, for example, the Bone Golem, but it's not there anymore. But it won. Jellyfish Pixie destroys it. 6-4 for England. Oof, okay, that is good. And now this is not a non-elemental card anymore. It is a spirit card. I don't think this is very helpful for for England, because South Korea has... Oh, there is one, but it doesn't land on the spot. At least South Korea doesn't have too many air cards. So guaranteed points for South Korea. Oh no! And yes, of course, I mean, the White Dragon winning is of course good for England, but that it is destroyed is not good. Jellyfish Pixie, one of the best destroying units with the Star Dreamer, in my opinion, knows exactly where to hit. Voodoo Priestess actually wins against Harpy. Didn't even see that. And the Ogre Mage has no chance against the Water Elemental. Water just beats fire. The Bambi has no chance against Melody, and Necromancer wins. I think Necromancer would have won anyway. So out of a sudden, 10-10, and the worst part for England has happened. No White Dragon. No White Dragon to fight against the Water Elemental or the Jellyfish Pixie. Then on the other hand, it's still an air card, so the chances are 50-50 that South Korea can get a water card on the spot where the White Dragon is. Ooh, there's one water card, and the second dodges. And this is, of course, the Necromancer. But then again, Necromancer would have won anyway. In the lead, South Korea. Oh, that's a draw. Ogre Mage. Only his only point he made in this match here. Bone Golem wins again against the Jellyfish Pixie. Uh-oh. Not so good, but, well, she doesn't have many other chances. Melody, so important, gets the 2 points. Can England strike back one last time? No, the Bambi's too weak against the Water Elemental. It is 17-13 instead of 15-15. Yeah, that is what happened. England didn't manage and falls down in the table behind Mexico for sure now. And this duel is going to be... what is it? France versus Russia. So 2 teams with similarly colored flags, but two very different teams in the end. And France finally got a victory again. 3 victories, 5 losses, no draw. France is all in or all out. And the same actually applies to Russia. They both have 6 points. I'm just realizing this now. Both have 3 victories and 5 losses, but the far better score goes to France. And this is why France is on place 13 and Russia on place 17. So very interesting constellation. And it means whoever wins now will it be the very first draw between the two only teams, oh, except England of course, which have no draw. France versus Russia. There we have our first draw. Moondog and Baphomet won't harm each other today. Wumpy Girl loses against the Druid. Nothing she can do here. Oh, and the Lizard Archer. Very important points against the Red Energy Knight. Cyclops! He loses against the Gnomeling. Oh, finally the Gnomeling strikes hard. And the Water Ghost can only get a draw against the Basilisk and is destroyed. Ooh! 2 to 8 points. Russia clearly leading and having a destroyed unit on sides of France. How did that happen? Gee, Russia very strong. And France, just like, maybe it was just super unlucky, but that was a demontage more or less. Can France even come back and get some points back from this shock? The Moondog, he is doing it. Gets 2 points against the Druid. And the Cyclops, he wins against the Basilisk. The two team leaders hit hard and the Basilisk destroys him for the last round. So yeah, a bit of an advantage but also disadvantage. Baphomet wins. Finally he gets some points too. Not in the best mood. Red Energy Knight clearly wins against the Gnomeling, and last but not least we have the Lizard Archer. He would have also won against the Water Ghost anyway, but 6 points go back to France and 4 to Russia. So France came back a little bit, just a little bit. Now has the air card, which is actually the Cyclops, against 2 of Russia's water cards. That's the question. It will happen. Oh dear. Oh dear. Russia, come on. The chances were there. 30, no, what is it? 2 to 3. That's how the chances were. Oh, and the Lizard Archer wins against the Water Ghost. Good, important points for Russia, but that is the strike back by the Cyclops. Double win against the Basilisk. That must hurt. Very, very important. Wumpy Girl! She wins against the Gnomeling. France is getting closer. Much, much closer. It all depends on the last card. As so often, it's the draw! Is this beautiful or what? Is this beautiful? The both teams who did not have a draw with the exact same score fight against each other and get the draw. Both of them now have, out of a sudden, 7 points. That is hilarious. I love it. I'm happy. What a beautiful end result. Okay, and now we're having it. The top duel of the day. It's Indonesia against the favorites, the Flyers from Thailand. And there we have the Manticore looking over to the Green Dragon. Would love to have him in his fangs. Let's see. So yeah, some fire cards for Indonesia. And there is... Oh Lord, what's going on? Oh, this is brutal. This is brutal. Will we have the big surprise? Indonesia on place number 6, Thailand unbeaten, 7 wins. Well, the air elemental definitely wins against the coral golem. But now, let's see what will go on here. It happened. The fangs have reached out to the green dragon. Destroyed, and points for Indonesia. Best result they could have gotten. What is going on? Both ghost cards trick each other. But in the end, the Earth Ghost wins this duel. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Indonesia. Indonesia. Oh, 8-2. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks as if Indonesia will make the impossible happen and push away Thailand from its throne. 8-2 and no green dragon in the next round. This is going to be really hard for Thailand to come back, but never ever underestimate Thailand. Never ever. That's what I learned. Some clashes might happen. This Earth Ghost, so tricky, gets the second win here. Oh my god. Coral Golem wins against the dragon, kind of. And this is not a water card. It is actually now a water card. Gets destroyed by the Manticore. 6 more points for Indonesia. That's a draw. At least the Alpacat can get a point here, and the Air Elemental gets some points too. Very important, but that doesn't look as if this is enough. It is already 15-5. I have the feeling there is absolutely okay. I will be quiet. Thailand can still make the absolute unbelievable thing happen and get to 10-0. Chances that this is happening are highly unlikely, and I think it didn't happen. I'm confused about all the ghost cards here, but I believe Indonesia is going to win this. The Manticore, 3 out of 3. Destroys the Alpacat. Earth Ghost wins against the Succubus. Windigo. Oh my gosh, against the spirit creature which is not there. Orc Shaman. And only the air elemental gets points. A lot actually. Which is 2. It happened. The unthinkable happened. 23-7. Thailand found its new master and is scared of Indonesia when they will battle back in the second round. And Indonesia marching forward now. The very first loss for Thailand, and boy, what a loss it was. Ah, that was super exciting and nice. Now we have something which is also exciting. Japan against Brazil, and it's exciting for a couple of reasons. First of all, Brazil is on place number 4 at the moment and is looking forward to jump ahead in the table. Egypt, did Egypt lose? I have the brain of a goldfish. I think Egypt lost actually. And South Korea won, but of course the 2 first placers, they have lost, I think. So Brazil is trying to look forward. Japan, on place number 14 at the moment, tries to get some points back here, but not like that. Oh gosh, Brazil will definitely get a lot of points here. Flying Piranhas just win against the Desert Rider. No doubt about that. Oh, Nightmare Golem wins clearly against the Black Energy Knight. Oh, and it is the Air Ghost! Japan! So sneaky! Air Ghost wins against Brazil's best unit, the Hydra. Oh, whoa! And, oh yeah, the Highlander loses, but it doesn't get destroyed. So, yeah, that is something. 4-4. And the Desert Troll wins clearly against the Virgo with 10 points, ideal best position. 6-4 for Japan. Oh well, and no destroyed unit. Well, who thought of this? It looked a bit bad at the moment, for a moment, but the sneaky Air Ghost wins against the Hydra. Very important victory. What will happen next? What will happen next? I can just tell you, one of those cards is not what it looks like. Japan. Oh no, Desert Troll, the best outcome now for Brazil. Banshee wins, destroys the Desert Troll and stops him from being superb by being a destroyed unit now. Very, very important for the last round. Nightmare Golem clearly wins against Virgo. I mean, that's also not the best situation here. Black Energy Knight wins against the Highlander. And there's the Air Ghost winning against the Flying Piranhas, but of course the Hydra wins against the Desert Rider, which makes this a 10-10 and no Desert Troll. Why did he go to the first position? That was a very sneaky attempt by Japan, but it didn't work out. Now definitely a huge advantage for Brazil. I don't know how Japan will handle this situation with a guaranteed loss here on the first position, which is happening right now exactly. Flying Piranhas win against the Desert Troll. Okay, well, I mean, he would have lost anyway. And the Banshee wins against Desert Rider. There's one more point missing. Nightmare Golem always hits the poor Virgo. And the Air Ghost strikes back against Hydra. How does this end? It ends with a clear victory for Brazil, because Black Energy Knight not only wins, he has even +5 power here. So Brazil wins in the end. Very unlucky for Japan, but yeah, the Desert Troll, if he would have been here, this would have been a draw, for example. Good game, Brazil up in the table again, and Japan falling down even further. Our last game today is USA against Australia, and by that I have just discovered that Australia is another team which has no draws at all. 5 victories though. This is why they are still up on the table. Place number 8. And USA is kind of an elevator. 3 wins, 1 draw, and 4 losses. So it's win, loss, win, loss. That's how it goes. Now they will try to win, of course, and Australia will try everything against this. Oops. One last card. Here we go. The zombie wins against the three-headed monkey. That is a very important duel, which already happened right here. Very good for the US team. Oh no, and the mighty Krabarka loses against the big forest spider. Also an important duel, so a good hit back for Australia. Sea Monster clearly wins against the fire elemental and destroys him, so we are here again with a lot of destroyed units. The Carrot Knight doesn't have the power to beat the Sapphire Golem. Very equal the duel so far, and the Black Dragon has power 11, and that is just higher than the Sea Troll on the best possible position. Now I hope the Sea Troll won't have the same destiny like the fire or the Desert Troll had. Go to position 1 and get beaten by the Sea Monster. Let's hope that this won't happen for Australia. Would be so sad. But USA leading with 6-4. Everything is working out as planned so far for them. Australia, so strong, was leading the table in the first 4 days, unbeaten, and then everything fell together. And there were losses after losses. So that's good for the US team. Oh, that's also good for the Australian team. Sorry, I was just confused. Sometimes I'm thinking that the color or the element which beats the other is the other way around. Talking about other way around, Carrot Knight doesn't have to think twice, wins this duel here. Oh, Sapphire Golem, that's a bit of a waste, but it wins. But he wins against the mighty Krabarka. And who is that? It's the Sea Monster. That is not good. Fire Elemental is back on track again. So the Sea Troll has a very good position, but of course never ever can beat the Black Dragon. And the big forest spider defeats the zombie. That is not the best thing which can happen here. So another 6-2-4, which makes it overall 12-8. That yeah, well, I'm not sure if USA is clearly winning. Of course, this is a disadvantage. And Australia was actually holding up pretty well. With the right constellation, things can magically turn around, but not like this. Fire Elemental loses against the mighty Krabarka. Oh boy. That is painful. Both destroying units hit each other, and that automatically means USA won. Yeah, and the Black Dragon just wins against anything. The big forest spider could have changed the outcome a bit, but this is the third time in a row a 6-4. So, USA, the elevator team of all elevator teams, now 4 victories, 4 losses and 1 draw. And Australia, still no draw, 5 wins and 4 losses though. And that was it. Wow, that was an exciting day, especially of course Indonesia against Thailand. Let's take a look at how the table is looking right now, what has changed, and how the games went, and we'll see each other for day number 10 very soon. Bye bye.